Hey everybody, it's Ole Dad back with Kidsource. We are back on the Kidsource Easy Skyblock Challenge map, and as you can see, we are still doing the Epic Challenge. Just a reminder, Epic Challenge is to build an entire Skyblock city in survival mode. And as you can see, I've got a pretty good start on it here. We even have a couple of pretty tall buildings built over here. So, this is all the original stuff over here. I have made my sheep pen a little larger because I got a lot of sheep in here. One thing I found funny that I've never really noticed before until I started keeping all of these sheep was I had some gray sheep to begin with, and now they're gone. All the sheep have turned white. Did the gray sheep turn white? I had 3 or 4 in here. Or did they just die? Did the sheep die eventually? I don't know. I haven't killed any of them. But there were 3 or 4 gray sheep in here, and now all there are is white sheep in here. So, just an interesting thing. If anybody knows about that, let me know in the comments. Also, I noticed these trees have been interfering with our crops over here. That's why there's no crops here. I think the trees are blocking out the sunlight. So I'm going to adjust that later. But this is all the basic stuff that we kind of started out with. And as you can see, I have added a lot of just land in the form of cobblestone. We can get a better look over here. And then I put a dirt block every 12 blocks or so in every direction to grow some trees because we have to have that oak wood. So anyway, I've added a lot of land here and a lot of buildings. This is my compound here. This is my headquarters. You've all seen that already. I went ahead and built a small village. I'm not quite done with it, but I figured, hey, if you're in a Skyblock city, obviously the citizens, the villagers, need a place to live. So I built this little village, and it's got a lot of different little houses. Here's a 3-story house. That must be a pretty wealthy villager. And then we wanted to add just a bunch of smaller houses, especially so that we could possibly try to spawn some villagers one day in the future. And that would be great to have villagers on this map that we could trade with. This is a sort of like a church, I guess, that I built. I figure every village kind of needs a place to worship, or a church for the villagers to go to. And it's actually kind of finished on the inside. A lot of the buildings haven't been completed on the inside. They've just been kind of had the walls built on the outside. But there's your pews and a couple on the side over there. Lots of torches, a little pulpit, if you will, for whoever is up there speaking, to speak to everyone, and a lot of doors for people to come and go. I thought it was a pretty neat little building. It took a little while because of all the stone I had to create from cobblestone, but it turned out pretty good. Okay, this wooden building we're seeing here is one of the first tall buildings I built, and it is not completed yet. As you can see, there's just random holes up through there. All of our windows, we have a few select homes that have glass windows in them. But as you all know, there is not a lot of sand available here on the Kidsource Easy Skyblock Challenge map. So most of our windows are just open holes. And I'm trying to show you one, but all these actually have glass in them. But after building on the village for a little while, I realized pretty quickly there's not enough glass to go around. So we just left like an open hole here, and we tried to do it where mobs couldn't get in them, But that's about the best we can do, really. And then you have some homes that are just windowless, drab little windowless stone prisons for the villagers to sit in and waste away. Okay, so this is our big wooden building that we've built so far. I think I'm going to make this a hotel. And it looks like we've got some mobs trapped in there. There's not quite enough light torches in the buildings yet because it's been taking a little while to build torches. I have to make charcoal because there's no coal on this map. And of course that requires trees, that requires time, and just haven't made enough torches yet. So that is going to be the hotel. This here I think is probably going to be either an office building or an apartment building. And this is our waterfall here that I created. It's not quite complete yet, but I like the fact that it goes all the way down into the void. I think that's pretty neat. And then I'm going to go around here and give you a better look at this building. So this is a pretty tall building, but I haven't really even finished it yet. I'm going to make it even taller than the wooden building there. I mean, this is supposed to be a skyblock city, right? So you need tall buildings. You have to have tall buildings in a city, in my opinion. And I've got a pathway built to the Gold Island there. And we haven't even messed with trying to get to the Diamond Island yet. And here's sort of a tall building, not too tall, but tall enough. Several stories. It's finished. And I'm going to run up here to this tower that I built. I kind of built this tower. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. I started out thinking a clock tower, but then it just turned into a whole nother deal. But it is a great place to get up here and kind of get a good overhead view of everything that's been built. There's our original house over there. And there are the taller buildings. So it's starting to get dark on us, and we're going to wrap up the video for this week. Keep in mind, you may not see the Epic Challenge video next week. It may be a different type of video, probably a cool map or a mod that I find on one of the websites. But we will continue with the Epic Challenge. It's just going to be a few weeks between those videos. We'll just run one of those like once a month, so that you'll really see a change in the map. Oh, and I got a hilarious comment from somebody about how I need to be more exciting or more excitable. This is about as excitable as I get. I have been a gamer for about 35 years or so. I started out on Atari whenever I was a little bitty kid. Not a lot excites me anymore, and as far as video games, I don't get, flustered when I'm getting chased by a mob or getting killed and losing all of my stuff. I just don't. I've played a lot of video games, and that's just not my personality, even really in, aside from the videos. When I'm not on videos, I'm just not an excitable guy. But I do love the comments, and I try to listen to everything everybody says and hopefully improve our videos. So if you want to follow us on Twitter or Facebook, there are links to those in the description. There is a link to the Kidsource Easy Skyblock Challenge map in the description. And be sure and like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to Kidsource if you haven't done that already. Hey, we'll see you next time.